How big is the garlic?
28.
How big is the garlic again?
38.
Yeah, but
38.
I went second.
Hey everyone, this is Curb and I bring you another standard match. Today we got a little bit of a short one. We do have Michu being played on the left, and on the right we do actually have Claudine, although you might have a little bit of trouble figuring that out. Why is that? Well, we'll just have to watch the video to see. Anyways, we do actually have Michu going first. I did kind of miss out that little bit there. Basically all they did was, search out all setup, play the all setup, typical Michu thing. But anyways, going back to Claudine, we do see a plant token being called. Of course, we are playing the Roro ride line. And then we're actually going to call 2 cards here. The Urgula, which is a set 2 cards. So kind of crazy to see it all the way here in 2022. But on the other column is the much more interesting newly released Garlic. I forget what his subtitle is. But he is an insane card, as we're going to be seeing here, because when he boosts a plant token, he gets an extra 5k for each of your other plant tokens. So in this situation, 3 plant tokens makes him a 15k plus 8k, 23k booster. Boosting this 5k plant token is going to make it 28k on this very first, grade 1 turn. Anyways, going to be riding into the grade 2 Michu there. Of course, we are actually opting to play the what is her name? Sakura Miko, the VTuber thing. I don't really know a whole lot about it, but, people like it, I guess. Anyways, riding in, looks like we searched out a copy of the Sneeze there. We'll be playing the all setup in order to just play it into the order zone for free. And of course, we do have to soul charge here. Going to be calling out the ride skipper there. It does have an other effect, which is that you EV3 and then you can check top 7 for either, I believe, like a Nokuno or a Cannonball, and just add it to your hand. So looks like we're adding yet another Sneeze to our hand off that top 7. I know sometimes you don't always play that skill. Definitely Michu has kind of fallen off now that we are in set 5 officially, but I think it's still a solid deck. It was everywhere, and if you played in Sacramento or any events up until now, a lot of people have been rocking Michu because it is still just an overall solid and pretty strong deck. Anyways, we see a Yuiko with a critical trigger placed in front of it, just for swing attacks, and then of course a Nokuno there. Going to swing the Vanguard first and flipping over the blue OT here. So this is probably just guaranteeing 3 damage right here and now, as we're just going to go ahead and crit to the Vanguard because we have to opt to not guard it, giving the 100 million to that critical trigger over there just to guarantee that attack hits. And then of course we have the Nokuno, who's kind of just the weakest column now. Second check, looks like we're adding back, I think those will be Lagros, and there is no second check because this is grade 2. So taking 2 damage, we do actually get a defensive here, which isn't going to matter for one of the attacks, but it does prevent the Nokuno from actually being able to hit here. So that's good at least. So probably just going to be swinging in at one of the tokens. Looks like we're going for the one that's in front of the Garlic there. And then swing this other critical trigger for 100 million. Of course, we're just going to take that. We're already going to waste some PG on it. Of course, using the Yuika to just kind of bounce back that critical trigger back to our hand. Yuika's still proving to be a very good card, considering that it enables a lot of really fun plays like this, where you just rush Yuika without really committing a whole bunch of, pieces. Anyways, riding into the grade 2 Roro, going to be popping that back row token and then just calling back out that token that got retired. So it's almost like it did effectively nothing. Looks like we are actually going to be seeing the Blessing of the Flower Buds played here about a turn early, which is not always the worst because you do get a lot of tempo here. I mean, we pushed 2 damage alone during that last turn, and now we have basically 3 near unguardable attacks here. As we swing the first attack for 23, going to be blocking it for 25. Probably the only attack that we can realistically block in this turn. Swinging the Vanguard in for 25 with that 15k boost behind the 10k Vanguard, making this a very powerful swing. We are at 2 damage, so we're not really in danger of dying here unless, you see an over trigger or something. But, it's still pretty scary numbers. But as Michu, I think you're perfectly fine. We see a draw trigger here. Going to be boosting up that plant token and then taking 1 damage. Still no defensives. Not that it really matters, considering this other column is 48. Thanks to that draw trigger. It would have been 38 all on its own. So pushing Michu all the way to 4, which is definitely scary, because, theoretically speaking, if Michu isn't able to farm enough on this next turn, and, you know, Claudine is able to survive, and it gets to its turn, and, you know, if they play another one of those great 0 orders, another one of those blessings, God forbid, you could just instantly explode, in all honesty. Just because, you know, Claudine, when it gets going, it's kind of a menace, especially with that garlic now. Anyways, right into the grade 3 Michu. We did see the skill being used, counterblasting 1, drawing a card, you know, pretending to be Leonore, calling out the Yuika just behind the Nokono. It doesn't really matter because we can't use her plus 5k anyway. Your opponent's on a grade 3. Using the ride skipper to actually go ahead and ride into the, you know, the new Michu, the one from the latest booster set. Adding something that I kind of missed there to our hand. Oh, no, never mind. We're adding the original cannonball. Looks like we're probably just gonna, I mean, you just kind of just play it here, right? I think I kind of missed, did we use grade 2 Nokono skill yet? I don't think so. So, looks like we are using the grade 2 Nokono skill here. Again, counterblasting 1, soul blessing 1. It does get the ability to drive check so long as, you know, you haven't actually drove and checked with a rear guard. Gonna be playing out that, what's it called? The grade 2 order, whatever it's called. It's like called flower cannonball or something. And then I believe this, correct me if I'm wrong, but this might be a little bit of a cheat here. Soul Blasting 1 to call the Nokono from the drop zone. I read that card for the first time, and it does actually say you need to have no no-no-kos on your board. And obviously the grade 2 is a no-no-ko. But, you know, in the long run, it's not really going to matter, as we will be seeing here. Anyways, looks like we're going to be using the skill of the Sneeze, I believe, to give an extra 10k to the Nokono. And then we're also going to be stunning the Urgela. Funnily enough, we can't actually stun the plant token there. But in all honesty, stunning doesn't really do anything against Claudine because, like, you know, they retire 3 cards for cost anyways. Binding the original Michu in order to retire the garlic. And does it do anything else? Oh, it just reduces the cannonball cost. I'll be honest, whenever I fight against Michu, I just say, okay. They tell me what they're doing. I'm like, okay. I don't really bother reading their cards at all. But anyways, so we do have a pretty good turn here. It looks like we're deciding on whether we want... I think we proc the flower cannonball. So on attack, we give 3 things, 10k here. Going to be giving the Nokono in the back row, which is normally what you do. But I don't think you can actually get that second Nokono swing because your opponent's not on grade 3. But swing 31 in at the Vanguard, going to be no guarding it. First check is going to be a critical trigger, giving the power to the Persona Ride that we called there. And second check going to be a heal trigger. Heal trigger going to be procking and giving the extra 10k to the other column, the other Nokono here. Damage check, going to be showing 2 blanks there, including that Angel Ladder. And now we have this Nokono who's swinging for 48, just like that plant token was last turn. No, pretty threatening. It does also have a drive check. The other column, I believe, is looking at 41 right now. Is it 31? Yeah, 41 because it's 21, 31 with the extra 10k from the flower cannon, and then 41 with the extra trigger here. I'm going to be flipping over the drive check for the Nokono. And it looks like I kind of missed what it is. It's kind of went off camera. Anyways, swing this last attack for 41, and unfortunately that is going to be enough to finish off Claudine. So, short one today. Hope you guys enjoyed. Don't forget to do those things, like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one.